That's what you're gonna do with this, and there's items that are not in this kit that you don't need that are in the regular kit. Okay?
There are items in this kit.
That are not in this kit, that are in that kit.
Okay. So what is this then?
This is your toy kit. Oh, before I forget to say it, some of this stuff has plastic on it, or plastic bags. Please, please, please make sure that those bags and stuff are thrown away. I'd actually prefer it if the TBI would carry it out.
Okay.
Okay, because I just can't, and it's
Yeah.
not the child that's being educated, it's another child in the room,
Right.
and that's what we're worried about. That's why the danger instructions say, please read this immediately. Well, the first thing you see in here is
Oh, yeah, warning
the
children.
warning sheet, okay? And then we go through and we try and explain in our idea, well, this is the instructions we're putting it up, okay? And it's really not that big of a deal. This is how you use it. And then we go to, I can send this in software.
That would be great.
Okay, we can do that. This explains what the data forms are, and you don't have to use these, but we wanted to have something, and we try to explain that we're doing this, and these forms are required so that you can establish a baseline of response and ability. In other words, you know
Perfect.
where the child is, determine if there's a cause and effect relationship. Does this sound stimulate emotion or something? Record the progress or lack thereof. It's important to say if there's not any progress.
Okay.
And then set the next step direction, what are you gonna do? Develop and maintain an overall learning profile. So you've got a sheet that says, it's a data sheet. This is the holes in the top. Did they look at it? Did they bat it? Did they grasp it or other?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And then down here is sort of a behavioral summary of what happened for that particular activity time, activity, vocalization, boundary, explore, movement. And what did they try and feel? A lot of the kids, once they get in the cubicle, they immediately feel to see if it's the same one.
Uh-huh.
They want to know, oh, this is my cubicle.
Okay.
And they get real possessive of it. And if you change things, they'll let you know about it, which is what you really want to do anyway. We also suggest that they fill out likes and dislikes, food, smells, textures, so that you don't, cause the child to get upset, because you're not going to learn much when you're crying or in your mad. And then you go through the observation form, which and I think that everybody should do this after the fact. How long did the child play? Were there interruptions or assistance from an adult? Slap their hands. Do not help the child. Period. And if they're crying, don't set it up, because it's going to be a waste of time. If they fall asleep for over 10 or 15 minutes, just start over again some other time, because they're obviously too tired. They're going to come out of this as running wet as I am from doing all that carrying. They're going to work really hard. So the idea of this is to do this every session and keep it in a chronological order and discuss it with a TBI, or some schools don't have TBIs, they have OTs or PTs that do it, okay? So that the next configuration of toys that you put in there is, as an example, let's say the child only lays on their right side, but there's no physical reason why they can't lay on the left side, and they have a particular toy they really like, it's on their right side, just keep moving it on them. Pretty soon they roll over the left side, and then someday they're gonna go, oh wow, hey, this is a whole new world over here.
Yeah.
And they've started to learn, and it just builds on it.
Okay.
So that's what we're
Great.
trying to do. All the toys typically have, this is, I don't know why it's gender specific, but it is. Boys love this to death. Sometimes the girls run away from it, they just don't like it. But boys like it a lot. They all have some fundamental things that need to be done in order to make it a good toy. This tubing is on. It prevents it from tangling, and they can chew on it for cutting teeth, because it's a good tube. Elastic to hang it with, and they use these locks so it doesn't come apart. You pre-stretch it so that the reaction is immediate.
Okay.
Okay. The sound level in that cubicle goes up 10 times. Now, it's not going to blow anybody's eardrums out, but it is. If you haven't gotten on the floor and laid on one and then get in there, try it sometime, because it's just like somebody's got a megaphone issue, so they hear even the slightest little thing.
Okay.
Okay, and they tend not to hear what's going on outside, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
All right. And if they do have some vision that they're using, like we have some trisomy children who use them, they can see, especially with their glasses on, you just throw a blanket over the top and say, hey, you're supposed to be concentrating on the toys and not tracking people and objects in the room, okay? So you might have to do some of that stuff. But most importantly, we think the parents, once you start them out and you educate them, this is their responsibility and they're gonna wanna do it. This is where they're gonna get the most education at home anyway. 20 minutes at school, skip the weekends. You know, I can't remember anything over 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Right.
You know, what are we
Yes.
expecting here?
Yeah.
Alright, so the contents of the toy kit are exactly the same. And if you wanna cut something off that they don't like and hang something else on it, do that.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like it's that big of a deal.
So there are washers in here then for this top part to
What they
suspend
are-
them or?
Well, let's go to the other one, then I'll show
Okay.
you.
How we did that. All I know is that I've heard nothing but complaints about Dr. Nielsen's methodology for holding the elastic strip. So I came up with a means to do that.
Okay.
That isn't that big. You want me to stay right here? Or?
Nope, I'm shutting it off right now.
Okay.
And we'll
I was gonna take this kit over here and use it for some.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so you got the same